1112 BISN with live game coverage.
Soto to the 10, to the 5, touchdown, Bison!
On your computer or mobile device anywhere in the world. Expert play-by-play by Steve McDonald.
Cummings it'll be. Cummings, 5. Cummings, down to the pylon. Yeah! Touchdown, Bison! The bank's open on Saturday here in Cheyenne in the afternoon. Bank closed for Riverton. No out-of-town deposits.
Intriguing color analyst Alan Cummings.
That's where a pump fake really works.
Oh, yeah.
She got the offensive rebound. She had 3 players around her. Just a quick.
Put her in the air.
Yeah. Just so you know, I've already stopped tracking turnovers.
Are you ready? Sit back and enjoy the game, brought to you by the Bison. 1112 BISN, your Bison network.
Hey, this is Alan, 1112 BISN, coming back at you live for day 3 of the Taco John's Invite here at Cheyenne South, joined by our guest color commentator, Sean Boyd from KGWN. Sean.
Yes, sir.
Boy, I tell you what, let's give a quick wrap of what happened last night so we can get into today.
You know what, this Taco John Invite is one of a kind. Obviously, it's one of the biggest tournaments for basketball in high school here in Wyoming. And last night it was filled with fireworks in both the boys' game and as well in the Lady Bison's game as well. The Lady Bison's game, they obviously had a little bit more of a nail biter.
Oh, man, did they.
And they created a little bit of controversy down the stretch there in that game, just letting the other team get back into it.
Yes.
So now we're on day 2 or day 3 of the tournament.
Yep.
And this is going to be the most important day for both Bison's teams. And this is why I say that. Whose legs are fresher, who's more willing to make those free throws that they did not make last night. Now, the ladies were able to escape with the win last night, the boys not so much.
Yep.
So we're going to see who's made those adjustments and who can get the win today.
And you know what? One of the teachers, actually, I was talking as I was tearing down. Sorry, I'm a little loud there for a second. But they brought up to a good point. You know, sometimes they say playing at home for these type of invites is like having a home court advantage. But actually, it works better for the visiting teams because they get to go to bed in a hotel room. They don't have to wake up early, to where the kids that are hosting the home tournaments have to get up early and go to school all day long, then play a basketball game. And you know what? In terms of the boys, they did look a little tired last night. They weren't really moving really well. Their shots definitely weren't falling. But the girls, they built off that huge fourth quarter the night before when they lost to
Cheyenne East?
No, it was to, who did they lose to? I got it right here. When they lost to Rock Springs.
Okay.
You know, they were down 23 points to start the fourth. So they had something to build on to where the boys, they did beat Rock Springs. But then you know what? They kind of came out a little flat, and it showed. And so hopefully a good night rest, not having to wake up early, come in. This will be a good game. Now the girls, let's go ahead and talk about the girls on the S&J Science pregame show. They've got a matchup with them right now because they've got the number 4 ranked Green River Lady Wolves in here. And, ooh, you look at their stats. They're 3rd in scoring in the 4A at 60 points a game, 3rd in shooting at 42%. But here's the key thing. They're 2nd in rebounding at almost 38 boards a game.
I mean, listen, it's no mystery. This team crashes the glass. They've got 2 scorers in Heiser and Birch. Both of them are averaging close to almost 12 points a game. And in the high school basketball game, that's a pretty significant average. Now, with that being said, the Lady Bisons don't really have to do anything but what they're accustomed to doing, and that's playing effort and straight hustle to get the win. And I think Coach De Bruyne is going to make sure that they do just that.
Now, one thing you want to have to do against this team is you do not want to put them at the free throw line as well. 60%, you know, people say 60% is not a good free throw percentage, but, you know, we're talking high school basketball. And in high school basketball, 60% is actually a pretty solid free throw shooting team, so you don't want to put this in here. You brought up Heiser. She shoots 72% from the charity stripe. So she's the one person you do not want to get up there. And then Birch, she's 59%. She's averaging 12 points a game. So I'd say those are 2 players you really don't want to foul and send to the charity stripe. Make them earn their baskets, but make sure you control your body enough to where you're not fouling them and sending them to the free throw line.
I mean, Birch is averaging almost, she's at 49% from the field. Mm-hmm. So what that tells me is that she's not shooting any 3-point shots. Everything that she's shooting is right around the rim. A lot of fundamental post game. She looks like she's a pretty big girl herself, at 5'9". And so, again, for her, she's got the advantage, and she's got a lot on her hands with the determined Van Tassel and Martinez today.
And I'll tell you what, you look at the individual stats between these teams, Green River has 4 players that are almost averaging double digits. 2 of them are in Birch at 11.8, Heiser at 11, but then you got Kuntz at 9.6 and Strauss at 9.4, and then not far behind them, Crowder at 8.3. So South, they can't really pick their poison because they've got 4 players right here, 4 of their 5 that are almost in double digits. How do you think South's going to defend that when you have 4 players that can score?
They got their hands full today, Big Al. Here's why. I'm looking over the stat sheet here, and bottom line is the depth will always play a big part in any tournament. Depth, depth, depth. Right now, the South Lady Bisons, they're about, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe almost in a 7 or 8 lady rotation, and it looks like Green River almost has a 12-man rotation right now where they're using everybody and getting them on the court and involved. They've got a young lady who comes off the bench. She's literally 50% from the three-point arc, and averaging 3 points a game. So she comes in to hit one timely 3, and she's out of there. So I mean, those types of differences, compare and contrast. Again, it makes me think that the Lady Bisons are really going to have their hands full, and I'd love to see if they're up for the challenge today.
Hopefully they will be up for the challenge, and we'll find out here in about 5 minutes. But let's go ahead and switch over to the boys now. Well, before we do that, let's go ahead and recap what the Green River Lady Wolves have done.
Okay.
Opening night, they came in and they beat Laramie 67-36. And then last night against the number 5 ranked Natrona Phillies from Casper, they lost 52-50. Tour South on that opening night lost a close one, 54-47 to Rock Springs, and then won that thriller in overtime, 43-41. So you got both teams 1-1 on this weekend. One of them's going to go home one of them either is going to go home or stay home with a 2-1 record. Hopefully this is the Lady Bison, but you can never count out the Lady Wolves. This program has come so far. I remember when South first opened their doors and we first started playing Green River, they were kind of in that transition period. So to see how this program has developed, and the boys is too, it's good to finally see Green River really put a quality product on the court. And now talking boys, let's go ahead and talk about the boys. Green River, the Wolves, are 2-8 on the season, and this is a team that's made the state tournament the last 2 years. And before that, 2 years ago, that was a team that hadn't won in 3 or 4 years. So to be able to finally get over that hump and start making the state tournament, start being, I guess you could say, relevant in the 4A western side of the state, that's what that's what Green River has finally been able to do. But this year, they're kind of struggling a little bit. They graduated a lot of talent off of last year's team, a lot of talent. But this is a scrappy team. I actually officiated them against Wheatland yesterday. Wheatland, the number 3 ranked team in the 3A conference, was losing the whole game. And then finally in the fourth quarter with about 2 or 3 minutes left, Wheatland's depth is what helped them come back. And it shows when they lost 53-49 to Wheatland, then they lost to Laramie 52-49. And Laramie's a team that's kind of turned the hump. So South cannot take that record. They cannot play this game based on Green River's record.
Well, listening to some of what you're detailing about Green River, it takes me back and kind of makes me reflect on what I've seen just over the years with high school sports in general. Obviously, when you have we call it maybe an expansion school.
Yeah.
Right? The talent pool is very, very limited.
Yes.
And so it takes time for any school, any program to be able to build depth, be able to build kids that are interested in playing the game. And then when you are able to get a full team, well, then next thing you know, you get some people with some experience. These players get to more familiar with each other, playing some tournaments. And then the next thing you know, you've got let's say a highly ranked team in the state.
Yes.
Now that's being considered for the female team, for the Lady Green River Wolves. As for the boys, they're having a tough season. They're 2-8. At this point, Coach Ivy's telling his guys, I need you to dig deep and find it in this tournament. This is almost like March Madness in January.
Exactly. Yep.
So you've got to be prepared to be able to play on no day's rest. You've got to be able to have short-term memory, block out what's been happening wrong, and be able to respond the next day when it's time to play. Now, if I know anything about just basketball in general, I want to say that these kids are hungry for a win.
Yes.
When you spend so many times losing, and now you're looking up and you're under 500 on the season, you almost do anything to get a win.
Oh,
I'm pretty
exactly.
sure that's the mentality that they're bringing into tonight's matchup.
And you know what? You bring up a good point. You know, I talked about how it actually is an advantage earlier in the tournament when the road teams are here because they get to sleep in and they get to, wake up a little bit later. But now on the last day, this is where the home team does kind of have the advantage because the road team, come day 3, they're missing their beds, and they're missing being at home. And this is where that the road weariness can start hitting the legs. So we're going to see now if South boys and girls can be refreshed today and hopefully put on a good game. Our officials for today, we got Marcus Nolan, who's a former standout stud from Kelly Walsh, Alan Wolf, who's been officiating for about 95 years, and then Scott Redmond, who is actually he's the girls basketball official of the year from last season. So we got a really, really, really good crew here to officiate these games. And boys-wise, really quick, we're a minute away from tip. Looking at the comparison, South averaging almost 58 points a game. Green River's only 46. 3-point percentage-wise, South shooting 28%. Green River is at 20%. We were just bragging about you guys, just so you know. So here you go, Scott. There you go. Once again, that right there is the girls basketball official of the year. But here's the big difference where I think South might be able to pull something out. Rebounding, Green River is only averaging 27 rebounds a game. South is averaging 28. But Green River is actually letting their opponents rebound the ball 32 times a game.
The bottom line is it's going to come down to who wants it more.
Yep.
Who has it in their minds that they will not take a loss today. Both teams are bleeding in the stat sheet. So it's just about who's going to come to play tonight. And I got a good feeling about the Lady Bisons as well as the boy Bisons is also.
Well, my key to the game today is get Callista Martinez going early. When you get Callista Martinez going early, guess what that does? That gets Van Tassel wide open shots down in the post. You get her open. And then another thing is control your tempo. Do not do those long cross-court passes. Those have been, I think they're 2 for 20 now the last 2 nights. Play your game and hopefully keep Green River from scoring those 60 points, and good things can happen.
And see, my keys to the victory for the Lady Bisons today, I think it comes from Jaya Brown. I think it comes from her being a floor general, being able to dictate to the defense what's gonna happen. If she can control the game with her pace and being able to bring the ball up court and distribute, then the next thing you know, it does open up those lanes for Martinez to be able to rebound.
Yep.
Also, we want to get our lady Raina Tovar the ball on those wings, have her shoot some of those threes, and if the ball comes off, then Van Tassel and Martinez can become way more effective in the rebounds.
That's a great point right there. Great point right there. So Strauss, one of the starters for the Lady Wolves, she's averaging 9.4 points a game. Number 4, Heiser, averaging 11 points a game for the Lady Wolves. Number 23, Angelovich. I wanted to make sure I said it right, so I had to listen to the announcer.
Well, there's one name I'm in particularly waiting to hear.
Crowder. That's your starting lineup. Strauss, Heiser, Angelovich, Birch, and Anderson. Crowder, your starters for the Lady Wolves. Now your starters for the Lady Bison, number 2, Callista Martinez. Number 4, Angelina Liggett. Number 12, Jaya Brown. Number 13, Raina Tovar. And then number 22, Riley Van Tassel. Van Tassel averaging 10.5 points a game, the junior. Callista Martinez, 9.8 points a game. The only senior out of the starting 5 for the Lady Bison is number 4, Angie Liggett. So you've got a good team here, a good young team, and most of these ladies have been playing varsity since they were freshmen.
And that's the thing, Big Al. Being that these girls have been playing since they're freshmen, you think that the continuity and the time spent together, it builds up for them to be able to get this win. And because they're familiar, they've got the experience. So they're all juniors now. They've been at this for the last 3 years. They've taken the bumps in the road. Now it's time to fly high.
Exactly, and our officials are getting ready to go. Sean and I are ready to go.
Yes, sir.
Are you ready to go? As we get ready to throw it up here at Cheyenne South High School for the final day of the Taco John's Invite doubleheader action here on 1112 BISN. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. It's red down there. It's free, and it shows your support. And here comes the jump, and it looks like South's going to win. Tovar with the ball, gives it over to Brown. She calls out the play. Lady Wolves in a man defense. South's got to be patient here. Let the offense work to their advantage here.
And if they do just that, just let the game come to them. I'm pretty sure that, like I said, the passing lanes, a couple of good passes and cuts to the basket, open shots.
So Liggett with the ball. She's still going. They're still playing kind of far side. They haven't really brought the ball near side. They haven't done any reversals near side yet. So hopefully we'll see. They got Van Tassel down in the low post from the short corner. Misses, and it's going to be rebounded, and there's going to be a foul. I think it's going to be on Callista Martinez, which might not be good.
Well, at this point.
Oh, white 13. They're going to call that on Tovar.
And either way, a foul this early in the game for either team is not a good thing. Every player is important in today's Taco John's Invite.
Strauss with the ball for the Lady Wolves. She gives it off to number 23, Angelovich. Down low to number 24, up and in. Number 24, Birch, averaging 11.8 points a game, and we got our first score.
And Birch is already on the board. She's getting dominant down in the paint, showing that she's here to play.
I'll tell you what, if that was a better pass, Liggett had a wide open lane. Van Tassel with a long two, misses, and it's going to be rebounded by the Lady Wolves in their baseline. Good defense by Brown, though. Forces it up to Heiser, who throws up a runner, misses. Rebounded by number, I think that's Angelovich, number 24. No, it's Birch.
And again, folks, Birch is down in the paint, getting busy early, just rebounding and just taking advantage of what the defense is giving her.
Jaya Brown, now they come near side. Tovar thought about it, but gives it off to Liggett. Liggett down low to a wide open Van Tassel. She gets her shot blocked. She's 0 for 3. Rebounded by number 40, Crowder. And now Heiser with the ball down low to number 24, Birch.
Birch with the quick, easy score. She's already got 6. And she's got all 6 of the points for the Lady Wolves.
Lady Bison have been able to get some good shots. Shots just aren't falling for them, and we're not getting any offensive rebounds either. So no one else crashes in the glass. Martinez with the ball. She turns around, throws it up, misses, and another. Oh, that's going to be a held ball, but it's going to go to Green River.
That's great hustle to get on the floor by Van Tassel. She's obviously not just sticking to taking whatever's available. She's trying to create.
Yep. Yes, she is, and I'll tell you what, she's playing like it's late February, diving on the floor like that. Number 23 down low to number 40, who gets the ball up and in. 40 is Crowder, and there's going to be a quick timeout for South as they've fallen down 8-0 to the number 4 ranked team in the 4A conference. Well, this Pena Business Services timeout. And I'm sorry, Sean, what were you going to say about it?
I was just going to say, sir, once they got into that zone defense, it just changed everything. And, I mean, they still haven't gotten to the point where they confront the post and then have backside help. And that's gonna play a big piece.
Oh, that's going to play a huge piece, right? Mm-hmm. And I think maybe that's a little game planning if you think about it. South not very good perimeter-wise, but, we're 0 for 4 from the field, so we're getting shots. Here's the glaring stat right now. We're 0 for 4. We have no rebounds. No offensive rebounds, no defensive rebounds. And, Green River's they've missed, I think 1 or 2 shots already. But
if you look at the shot selections, Van Tassel has gotten a couple of shots around the rim. Every basket that Green River has gotten so far has been a good high percentage shot right at the rim.
Yep.
And that's the difference.
They make Van Tassel take that headband off because it had extensions.
Oh, gosh.
Yep. That was actually a point of emphasis this year in the NFHS. Headbands with extensions.
Well, I didn't really like those headbands that they came out with that have the extended tail part on the end of them. But, I mean, it's basketball. Let us play ball.
I know, right?
That's the least of our worries out here.
Jay Brown almost carried the ball. Martinez. Jaya Brown looking down low. She's give it to her. Yep. Van Tassel, one of those shots are going to fall for her. Ooh, I thought she was going to go around.
She just has to keep working and be patient.
Martinez. South just playing the perimeter right now, trying to get the ball down low to Martinez. That's going to be a turnover, South. Now, here's the good news on that. That's only our first turnover of the game so far.
Got to get some points on the board, though, if you're the Lady Bisons.
South going to be employing looks like a 2-2-1 full court. And Green River, it's just a light press, so there was really no pressure, just trying to slow it down. Oh, there's down low to Birch. Birch misses, gets her own rebound, puts it back up and in.
And again, here it is. She gets the offensive rebound, doesn't take a dribble. She just goes straight back up at the rim.
She's got 8 of the Lady Wolves 10 points, doesn't she?
Yes, sir.
Man, 10-0. And there's going to be a foul. And it's going to be on, it looks like, number 0. First team foul for the Lady Wolves. That's Strauss, who's averaging 9.4 points a game.
Now, here's the important piece for the Lady Bisons. They were up by 10 yesterday, and yet in the game against Evanston, that lead evaporated.
Yep.
They're down 10 right now. They can get back into this game just the exact same way with a little bit of hard work. Good screen and pin on the baseline by Van Tassel. Just didn't happen to fall.
Boy, that ball did everything but go through the rim, go through the net. And there's going to be a foul. It's going to be a blocking foul, and I think that's going to be on Van Tassel, first.
And that's a little bit of a late whistle there. Mm-hmm. I mean, the ball had already hit up at the rim, and she had missed the shot, and then we call the foul. I hate when that happens.
I know, right? So Angelovich going to the free throw line, 50% free throw shooter, averaging 3 points a game. Her first free throw is up and misses. So Liggett checking back in. She's going to give Van Tassel a breather. So on the floor for your Lady Bison is Demas, Brown, Tovar, Liggett, and Harlan. So South's had 7 players now on the floor.
Exploring that lineup.
Yep. And she just makes it. And that makes it 11-0 now. Brown quickly into the front court over to Demas. Demas probably one of the better defenders on the team, actually. She had quick hands, had quite a few steals last night, just couldn't finish at the rim. She can shoot, too, so she ain't afraid to shoot. She almost traveled.
Well, let's see if she can get some offense going.
Turns the ball over. She had a lane. She just didn't she didn't get the shot up because she lost the ball. And there's a three-pointer from 0. That misses. Harlan with the rebound.
She's got to get it over to Brown. Let's see if Brown can push the pace here. Got to create some offense, some early instant offense. They get into the set, and they take a little bit more time than they need to. And they're staying one side, they're one-dimensional when it comes to spreading the court and getting spacing.
That's a nice little move by Brown, and she kicks it off. Tovar from the top of the key. She misses. South 0 for 6 from the field to start the game.
And they've got to still stick with it. They got to just continue to fight and continue to keep working.
Another rebound. South not getting any rebounds. And that's going to be a foul on Jaya Brown.
And Birch is back at it again. She's crashing the boards. Another offensive rebound. That's her second of the game. And she's going back to the free throw line.
Yep. South has 1 rebound right now. We are 3 minutes and 10 seconds left in the first quarter. We've only got 1 rebound.
Well, Big Al, this is just playing into the stat sheets, and men lie, women lie, but numbers don't. They're 38. They average 38 rebounds a game.
Yep.
South only averages over 21, and it's playing detriment to them.
Yes, right now it is definitely playing a big detriment. Green River second in 4A at 38 rebounds a game. Oh, sorry, fans. That first free throw was good. So Birch, she's probably about to hit her average at the end of the first quarter.
Oh, she's not playing any games, man. She's right on key, doing what she doing what she does best, and that's score that ball.
So Harlan nabs her second rebound of the game, the second rebound for the Lady Bison. There's a reversal. There's a high-low. Just Van Tassel was out of position. She had her. Van Tassel just had to move a little bit more. And there's a 3.
A better entry pass will get the job done.
Martinez pulls her first rebound. Oh, these long cross-court passes.
A set bounce pass. And this is what you were saying, and you were alluding to. Those long court passes, they cannot have that.
Nope.
It's It's like in football when on 3rd and 5 you throw a 9 ball, you throw a deep ball.
Yep.
You can't do that. I want a higher percentage pass that's going to be completed.
I mean, I like the idea, don't get me wrong, but when you're 1 for 20 the last 2 days, I think you want to kind of holster that play.
Stay aggressive, but in the right direction.
This isn't the run and shoot. And there's going to be a ball knocked out of bounds. It's going to stay Green River ball. Martinez deflects it out. South 0 for 6 from the field, 3 rebounds, 3 turnovers, trailing 12-0.
And into the game comes Cade Stoss. She's got fresh legs.
Miss, and there's another rebound. That's going to be a foul. Yep, a foul. It's going to be on 23. Yep, that's Angelovich.
Angelovich gets the foul just for going over the back, but realistically, she just jumped higher than anybody else on the court.
I think it was the contact she made jumping up, but you're right. They have that plane of verticality. That's theirs. She just made just a little bit too much contact.
Understood. We won't question what the referees have to say about it.
Liggett reverses it. Van Tassel down low to Martinez. Martinez back to Van Tassel, over to Demas. Demas pulls from 3.
And it's good.
And it is nothing but net.
There we go, Demas. Time to get it rocking.
South finally on the board at the 2-minute mark of the first quarter. Number 3 throws up a runner.
Come on, girls, rebound.
They're going to call a held ball. It's going to be South ball.
And maybe that's just exactly what the Lady Bisons need, was just a spark, a 3-point shot to see a ball go through the rim. And now they can get the things going.
Well, I'd like to see Demas shoot more. She's honestly, she's a really, really good shooter for the Lady Bison. She starts shooting the ball more, she can create opportunities for the other players, because that's going to make the other defense play a little bit more honest defense against you.
Well, and again, the 3-point shooting makes the defense come out of the paint. They're sagging in the paint right now and just making them be straight perimeter players. But there goes another wide open shot by Liggett.
Yeah.
What hustle!
They're going to call a held ball.
What hustle!
A little too early on that one, in my opinion, but
that's okay, because that's good hustle, and that's a sign of good things to come. They're getting offensive rebounds. Just hold on to your seats, ladies.
Yep. Regan Moore averages 3 rebounds a game. That's a good defensive set right there.
Now that's a foul. That's a foul against that they didn't call there. Van Tassel was clearly going for the ball. Who pushed her?
Green River will hold on to it now. Number 15, Kuntz with the ball. Over to Strauss. Strauss with the 3, misses. Rebounded by number 15. She misses, and it's going to be tapped out by Martinez, but still kept with Green River. Strauss with another long shot from the free throw line, and she hits it. 14-3 is your score now on the Majestic Butterfly scoreboard.
And Strauss has a pretty sweet stroke there. She just
she had a good
calm.
follow-through.
Yeah, stays calm and keeps the follow-through right there so the people can see it. And then look at that there.
Regan Moore with the old-fashioned 3-point play coming up.
The senior says, hold on, I got a little bit of something to say about that.
Exactly. She got the great post in the low block down there and just backed her way down and had a nice high percentage shot and went down, and now we're going to go to the free throw line.
Bottom line, Big Al, she had position on the block. There's nothing that the defender could do with her on that play.
And this free throw being brought to you by Missile Drive Auto Body, quality without compromise. And that didn't even hit the rim. Hey, we got a free throw attempt, though.
That's all we want. Offensive rebound, a free throw attempt, and a basket.
Exactly.
For all us optimistic people out there, things are on the way up.
40 seconds left in this first quarter, and that's going to be a travel on number 24, Birch.
Yes, sir.
14-5. And here's the whole thing. You have not played your greatest basketball. You're only down 9 points right now. And so
if they stay faithful to to what they do best and what Coach has taught them, Coach De Bruyne has taught them, I think they can get back in this game.
Look at that, battling for the rebound. That's going to go, I think that's South ball. Yep.
That's South's ball.
I'm going to credit that rebound to Moore. I think she battled for that one.
Credit to Moore for getting on the floor.
There you go. Hey, that's a good one there, man. 20 seconds left. Demas pulls from 3, just a little short. Rebounded by Green River. Still down by 9, and Demas tips it out of bounds.
And that, folks, that rebound went over to Camden Nelson. the junior Green River.
Strauss pulls from 3. She misses, and that's going to be rebounded right to number 15. That shot's not going to go down, and that's it for the end of the first quarter. Your South Lady Bison trail going into the second quarter, 14-5 to the number 4 ranked Green River Wolves. We're going to take a timeout here on the Bison. 11-12 BISN, your Bison network. Historic Hotel and Cabins. Located in scenic Thermopolis, Wyoming, it is within walking distance access to the Hot Springs State Park, as well as world-class fishing, motorcycling, golfing, rodeo grounds, and downtown shopping and restaurants. A Wyoming family-owned and operated motel for travelers, offers seasonal rates for nightly, weekly, and monthly rentals. Senior, military, and government discounts are also available. Stay at the Round Top Mountain Motel and Cabins on your next visit to Thermopolis, Wyoming. Make your reservation by calling 307-421-7520 and tell them 1112 BISN sent you.
Pena Business Services, providing bookkeeping, payroll, tax, and notary services since 2007. At Pena Business Services, they help small to medium-sized companies and nonprofits for all your bookkeeping, payroll, and tax needs. They also help individuals with their tax preparations, helping manage your day-to-day accounting with services provided on a schedule that fits your budget. Their goal is providing business owners like you peace of mind on your bookkeeping, payroll, and tax concerns so you can focus on your business. Bookkeeping is like a puzzle. Do you know where to put all of the pieces? Give Pena Business Services a call at 307-369-2708 to set up a free consultation.
Back here, second quarter action.
The second quarter is getting ready to begin, and you know what? The Lady Bisons, they came out of the timeout. They're looking hungry. So we're going to see if they can get some more buckets here and break into this lead. Get it to single digits. Once you get it, I mean, it's already a single digits now, but if they can get it to a shorter single digits, that'd be even better.
No, you got it the last jump ball.
Yep.
I have no idea what they're doing.
Someone had their marker in the wrong pocket. I have it as Green River.
It should be green ball.
Folks, we have a little bit of a question here of whose ball it is coming out of the quarter.
I remember this man right here dunking balls over my kid at the 4A state tournament. Well, he didn't hear me, thank goodness.
Yeah, gentleman, looks like he can dunk it a little bit.
Yeah, he was a solid player for the Casper Kelly Walsh Trojans. He was a junior. My oldest was a senior.
Okay.
They were the number 1 ranked team in the state, and they beat South by 6 points in the opening round of that state tournament. There's a 3 by number 3.
It's blocked. Then we get the foul. And again, this comes from Brown just being a field general or court general. She needs the ball in her hands because she can create. She's obviously getting foul calls. And that's going to bode well for them down the stretch when it's time to start shooting some free throws.
She's the best dribbler on the team as well. You can double team her, and she can get through that because she's got good skills down there. So that's a nice power move. Up and in by Riley Van Tassel.
And that's what she needs to do more of right there. Get her the ball down on the block, one power dribble, let her turn around and be at the rim, and she'll get up there and score.
South down 14. I have 14-7. There it is. They updated it.
Yes, sir.
Number 4 with the ball. That's Heiser. She kicks it off to number 3, Macy, for the long 3, and she hits it.
Macy staying poised even when the defender closes out on her. She just go ahead and takes the shot and drains it.
Jaya Brown beats that full court trap, and Martinez throws a pass directly to Green River. Turnover South, 17-7 is your score. South down, largest deficit of the game, right now by 12.
And that's a 2-pointer by Strauss, excuse me.
Out of bounds South, another turnover.
And this is before number 23, Angelovich, comes back into the game, giving Birch more help. And now when you have shooters along the wings to help Birch and Heiser, and Angelovich, this is exactly what the Lady Wolves wanted and what the Lady Bisons didn't want. So they just got to stick with their game plan on defense and keep pushing. And they're in a 3-2 zone right now, so they're making things a little bit harder for the Lady Wolves.
2-pointer, though, from Strauss.
Yes. Strauss. Hey, Kay Strauss is out there doing what she does. She's a great shooter.
Tovar. Back to Brown. Got to get it across over to Demas. They got numbers. 3-on-1.
But you've got to make a better pass than that. Maybe a jump stop, and then a bounce pass will get it done. Just what happened just right there.
I mean, you think that's a 4-point swing right there. You had, I mean, there's a Pena Business Services timeout. We're going to keep it right here, though. You had a 3-on-1, and because the pass wasn't high enough, goes into a transition for Green River, and they get the basket. Now you're trailing by 16.
But the basket that I'm alluding to is exactly what she just did just now. She made a bounce pass off the dribble, okay, which gives the defender. It doesn't. I mean, right now the Lady Bisons, they're trying to make passes on the break, but they're not making accurate passes.
Yes.
They're just making passes up, errant passes, and guess what? They're getting picked off right out of the air.
Yep.
You've got a pump fake, bounce pass, or bounce pass it right away while the person is in the air, which means that your people will get an easier score. Your teammates will get an easier score.
Yeah, that's a great point right there. One thing I've heard a lot of basketball coaches say over the years, fake a pass to make a pass.
That's it. And, you know, the fundamentals is what you have to rely on when the game, when you're tired. This is day 3, okay? They're on their 3rd game in 3 days. We give it up to everybody participating in this Taco
There's
Johnson
another
fight.
3-on-1. That's what I would do. Van Tassel said, I'm going to take this myself, but she misses, and Demas gets the rebound, but it's going to go out of bounds south. Van Tassel's got to put a little bit more touch up on that. South was 2 for 11 in the first quarter from the field. 1 for 4 from deep.
And pretty much, you know, the Green River Lady Wolves, they've got to put on an oven mitt as hot as their hand has been right now, shooting out here. Crowder with a good box out on the baseline.
We just cannot get a rebound, and Liggett finally pulls one down. It's going to be fouled. I think that's going to be number 23, Angelovich, which might be her
Could be her
second, third? Ooh, it is. Nope, her second.
Okay.
Team 5th.
And back into the game is Darren Macy.
Good shot of Coach DeBryan right there. So Liggett with the ball. Here comes that full court trap. They give it off to Brown. To Demas. Demas attacks. Throws up the runner, up and in.
Coach DeBryan says, hey guys, get into that man defense here. Let's keep attacking the rim.
I can't give a baseline that easy, though. Here's a long 3. That's what happens when you give a baseline.
Good
Thankfully, they
closeout.
missed.
Good box out.
Can you believe that was Van Tassel's first rebound of the game?
Well, and she's got to keep working. She's a little bit out of control right now, and that turns into a turnover.
There's a tip out of bounds by Martinez, and that girl's got hops. She had the Nike Air right there on that deflection out of bounds.
She was doing the jump man logo.
That was a poster. So inbounding is number 3, Macy for the Lady Wolves. They go far side now, wide open is Heiser. She hits the 3. One thing about moving the ball, both sides of the court, you're going to spread that defense. Brown over to Martinez. Martinez tries to answer with the 3, and she misses, but Brown's going to get the rebound.
Keep working, ladies.
She's going to go into the lane. She's going to be fouled, and that's going to be 2. Number 15, Kuntz with the foul. And that's another one of the ladies' 9.6 points a game. Oh, yep, 15, yep. And it's going to be Jaya Brown shooting 2. Oh, they're going to call it on the floor. Never mind. Must have happened after the act of shooting was done.
I mean, I guess so. Yep. Everybody in the gym is thinking the same thing.
Yep. So Demas gets the inbound pass. She kicks it out to Brown. Now Brown in between the circles. She's looking. She goes far side. She's got Martinez. Now don't pass it now. Okay, now pass it. Okay. There goes Martinez. Blind shot. It's going to be knocked.
It's a hard shot to try to get up when you're fading backwards.
Yes. Demas tried to save it, had a great effort there, just couldn't get it all wide open. Number 24, Birch.
That was a great pass and a great entry pass by number 4, Madeline Heiser. Big time assist.
Martinez gets the ball tipped out of her hands. Jump stops, throws up a wild shot, gets her own rebound, pulls up again, misses, gets her own rebound again, puts up the shot and in.
And that was a great way to stick with it. Martinez was determined to not be denied. Even though she missed a couple, she got her own rebound and put it right back up. Gotta love her fight.
Demas.
Travel.
That should have been a travel. I thought so too. 24 with the basket.
And Birch uses the left hand there. She could have easily went up with the right, but she went up with the left hand and shaded off the defender to get the 2 points.
Jaya Brown says, I'm going to get us some points. She's going to get the old-fashioned three-point play with the N1. I'm only saying that because I know my partner, Steve McDonald's, listening, and he knows I always say that. So I always say the old-fashioned three-point play.
Hey, why not, man? And that's exactly what she did just there. Again, instead of settling for a jump shot, she went straight to the rim and got a high percentage look at the basket, and it counted.
So this free throw being brought to you by Missile Drive Auto Body. Missile Drive Auto Body, quality without compromise. Jaya Brown at the charity stripe, hasn't had a free throw yet this game. The free throw is up. Boy, that's smooth.
It's just a sweet, sweet shot, all net.
So South trailing by 16, 30-14 to the Green River Lady Wolves, number 4 ranked team in the 4A conference. Number 3, Macy with the ball. South employing a light full court defense. They beat it. Number 21 checked in on us. I don't even have a 21 on my sheet. I'm going to have to get a name.
21 is Vaquera, Jackie Vaquera.
Vaquera?
Yes. The 5'8 junior is checked in.
So here comes the inbound.
And I could tell between Crowder and Angelovich, those two are looking to do the scoring for him. Good rebound by number 3, Darren Macy, getting an offensive rebound and then putting it back up and in.
Tovar to Harlan. Harlan's going to get pushed by number 4, Heiser, and that's going to be a 1-and-1.
And they're going with a side out of bounds. Or they're going 1-and-1.
Yeah, they'll have to shoot the 1-and-1. It's going to be Harlan going to the free throw line. Harlan on the season, 80% from the charity stripe. Once again, all the stats we're giving you were the stats before this invite started. So this is before Thursday night's games. So we don't have the most accurate stats from the last 2 days. McKenna, one of those talented juniors on this team. She's your enforcer, if you remember from last night, and she misses the front end of the 1-and-1. It's going to be rebounded by Moore. Moore misses it.
Stick with it, Moore.
Hey, they were going to get the ball back, though.
Stick with it, Moore. And Martinez is checking back into the game for Harlan. So, you know, Coach DeBruyne?
Yes.
Is looking to get a little bit bigger with his lineup right down here while they have a chance.
Fantastic. That's a nice power move. Ooh, she just got to look at the basket before she shoots it. Rebounded by Green River, quickly into the front court. There goes number 4, Heiser with the basket, 34-14.
And Madeline Heiser, she's got a quick 5 points here in the second quarter. Pass is just a little too hot for Moore to handle, but that happens.
So number 4, Heiser, brings it into the front court, being guarded by Tovar. Tovar, another one of those talented juniors. There's a travel that it's going to be a held ball. That should be South ball. So Reagan Moore is going to get credited with the rebound on that. South down by 20, largest deficit of the game now. Liggett inbounds to Martinez. Martinez.
And this is the danger zone for the Lady Bisons right here. Things could get really out of hand quick and in a hurry. And again, They're just a day late and $1 short when it comes to passing to the open player.
I was just about to say that. She just waited a little too long to pass that. If she would have hit her just a second earlier, that would have been a wide open layup.
And as the lady at our score table was saying, the bounce pass is the most effective way to get the job done.
Tovar down low. That's Moore who battles down there in the low post. That was a good post move by Reagan Moore, the senior.
Hey, she had her pinned down on the baseline. Yep. There was nothing but space and opportunity for her to score. And she did a great job right there.
I like how she created space. She did it legally. She didn't dip that shoulder. She just did that power move right into her, got that space. Couldn't get it to drop, but she's going to get 2 free throws out of it.
Way to box her out.
So Moore, this first free throw is up, just a little short, and that's going to be a missed free throw on the missile drive out of body free throws. Matter of fact, I got to go see Missile Drive Auto Body here sometime next week. Somebody tried to break into my car and scratched up my paint.
Oh, no.
Whew. So I'm going to go to them to see how much it's going to cost for the repairs.
Well, I'm pretty sure they'll be happy to have you, sir.
Exactly.
You know that.
I'm going to tell them 1112 BISN sent you. Oh, wait. They're going to know it's me. I'm not going to get a discount.
I say you should get a discount for that either way. Shout-outs to them, plugging them in.
Van Tassel with a great defensive effort to knock that ball out of bounds.
And right now, folks, they're down 20, but they're still fighting, and they're trying everything, and they're using everything in their arsenal right now to get back in this game.
Van Tassel's going to get credit with the steal as she hits the ball off of the Green River player, and it's going to be south ball. Van Tassel back to Liggett. Liggett loses the ball, but it's going to be corralled by Martinez. Martinez, long pass to Tovar. Man, Martinez likes those long passes. She's 1 for 2 now on the day. Oh, get that ball up there. Van Tassel, turn it around.
It's good, Van Tassel. Do what you do.
Well, I'll tell you what, that was a great look there by Martinez. Zipped it down low. South now trailing 34-16, under a minute left in the first half.
There they go, turnover.
Tovar, she looks up ahead.
And finally we got what we were looking for.
There you go.
A lead pass. A lead pass right off the break. Martinez is finishing at the rim on the layup. Finally, they're not a day late and $1 short.
Exactly.
They're right on time.
34-18 now. Looks like Green River is going to be content to hold for the last shot as Vaquera with the ball.
Oh,
there's number 15.
Pass. That's a good entry pass on the baseline.
You extend the defense and things like that happen. There's a turnover.
Oh, no.
Oh, got to get the rebound. Don't let that shot go up. And that's not going to go in. So here we are at halftime. Your South Lady Bison trailing 36-18 to the number 4 ranked Green River Lady Wolves. We're going to take a timeout with you, come back for second half action. Enjoy the commercials. Make sure you tell our sponsors thanks if you're there. And we'll talk to you here in about 10 on the Bison. 1112 BISN, your Bison network.
Pena Business Services, providing bookkeeping, payroll, tax, and notary services since 2007. At Pena Business Services, they help small to medium-sized companies and nonprofits for all your bookkeeping, payroll, and tax needs. They also help individuals with their tax preparations, helping manage your day-to-day accounting with services provided on a schedule that fits your budget. Their goal is providing business owners like you peace of mind on your bookkeeping, payroll, and tax concerns so you can focus on your business. Bookkeeping is like a puzzle. Do you know where to put all of the pieces? Give Pena Business Services a call at 307-369-2708 to set up a free consultation.
Welcome to the historic Round Top Mountain Motel and Cabins. Located in scenic Thermopolis, Wyoming, it is within walking distance access to the Hot Springs State Park, as well as world-class fishing, motorcycling, golfing, rodeo grounds, and downtown shopping and restaurants. A Wyoming family-owned and operated motel for travelers, offers seasonal rates for nightly, weekly, and monthly rentals. Senior, military, and government discounts are also available. Stay at the Round Top Mountain Motel and Cabins on your next visit to Thermopolis, Wyoming. Make your reservation by calling 307-421-7520 and tell them 1112 BISN sent.
Activity programs instill a sense of pride in school and community.
At a cost of only 1 to 3% of overall school budget, high school activity programs are a bargain.
Activities are not a diversion, but rather an extension of a good educational program.
Mental and physical health are improved through activities.
Schools that have music programs have higher graduation rates, 90.2% compared to 72.9%.
Statistics aside, join the ride.
We are Wyoming High Schools.
Missile Drive Auto Body is a full-service auto body repair facility in Cheyenne, Wyoming. We have established a reputation as an auto repair shop that is honest, performs quality body repairs and refinish, and strives for excellent customer service. And we guarantee our workmanship for as long as you own your vehicle. Call us today at 307-635-0639 or visit us at 1910 Missile Drive in Cheyenne. Missile Drive Auto Body. Quality without compromise.
You're watching the Bison, 1112 BISN, your Bison Network.
It's much more affordable than you realize to protect your family with the Robert Martinez Agency. Having life insurance will protect you and your loved ones and help ensure the future. As a trusted advisor, Robert Martinez will guide you through the wide range of life insurance plans and their fantastic benefits to find an affordable plan with the right coverages. Working to guide and secure your future. Robert Martinez Agency, 20th and Central in downtown Cheyenne. Call for a no-obligation consultation and quote at 307-514-5003.
Whether you're a competitive athlete or a weekend warrior, it's frustrating when an injury keeps you from the activities you love. Physical Therapy and Balance Centers has helped thousands of clients recover from sports injuries and reclaim their lifestyles, treating a variety of injuries including sprains, post-surgical, foot and ankle injuries, as well as back and neck injuries. Our therapists will develop a personalized treatment plan to help you heal and hasten your recovery and minimize your risk of re-injury. Call 307-772-0955 to schedule an appointment now. Physical Therapy and Balance Centers, let's get moving again. Majestic Butterfly Beauty Salon knows great hair. Whether it's for a trim, getting rid of stubborn gray hair, or just freshen up, Majestic Butterfly is a cut above the rest. Formal hairdos for school dances, or getting ready for the happiest day of your life. The professionals at Majestic Butterfly know how to make you look your best and feel your best for every day and for every occasion. Offering women's, men's, and children haircuts, color services, perms, eyelash extensions, and eyebrow and lip waxing. Call 307-369-2201 now for a free consultation and schedule your appointment. Stylists can also be contacted directly at the numbers below. Locally owned and family friendly, Majestic Butterfly, hair and beyond.
For the friendships, for the memories, for the excitement,
for the challenge,
for the love of the game.
Time management, to rise above the challenge, to respect others,
to be humble,
to never quit.
The officials, to the positive fans, the parents,
to the coaches,
to the teammates.
We are Wyoming High Schools.
Hit a deer,
parking lot dings, hail damage, or just roadway demolition derby?
No matter how your vehicle gets damaged, Missile Drive Auto Body will make sure it gets repaired back to pre-loss condition and as quickly as possible. No shortcuts, no compromises.
And remember, where you get your car repaired is not your insurance company's decision, it's yours. Call today for an estimate appointment at 307-635-0639. Missile Drive Auto Body.
Quality without compromise.
This broadcast is being brought to you by the Bison, 1112 BISN, your Bison Network.
Physical Therapy and Balance Centers in Cheyenne is unlike any therapy center you've been to before. Our highly skilled, compassionate team of therapy providers are 100% focused on achieving optimal health and wellness for you. If you are tired of living in pain, want to just feel better and move better, or want to improve your strength, endurance, and physical conditioning, then it's time to get physical. Experience the physical difference today by calling 307-772-0955 or visit their website at physicalcenters.com. Physical Therapy and Balance Centers. Let's get moving again.
More than 7.7 million American teenagers participate in high school sports every year, including about 19,000 here in Wyoming. They're all learning essential life lessons, like the importance of hard work, time management, and self-discipline. Skills that are helping them become better leaders and more active, responsible citizens. This message presented by the Wyoming High School Activities Association and the Wyoming Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Bookkeeping is like a puzzle. Do you know where to put all the pieces? Pena Business Services does, and they can help. Realizing your company is like its own unique puzzle, it's their goal to show you how your company is reaching its goals on a weekly, monthly, or quarterly basis, offering bookkeeping, payroll, and tax services that are tailored to fit your business. At Pena Business Services, they can help allow you to focus on your business and effectively serve your customers. Set up your free consultation now by calling 307-369-2708. Pena Business Services, solving your bookkeeping puzzle one piece at a time. Hey, this is Steve.
And this is Alan.
And you're listening to the Bison on 1112 BISN.
Your Bison Network. Choosing the right collector car insurance is critical. That's why American National provides clients with reliable, consistent service. Robert Martinez has first-hand knowledge of the concerns collector car and truck owners face, and American National has created a policy with the coverage and enhancements you need to protect your valuable investment. Call Robert Martinez with American National Insurance at 307-514-5003 or visit his office at 2005 Central Avenue in Cheyenne. The Round Top Mountain Motel and Cabins is the place to stay the next time you're in Thermopolis, Wyoming. One review from TripAdvisor says, "The Round Top is a great place to stay, not only because it's old-fashioned and quaint, not only because it's very inexpensive, and not only because you truly feel like a guest, it is also just a 10-minute walk to the hot springs. I don't know why you'd want to stay anywhere else." Make your reservation now at the Round Top Mountain Motel and Cabins by calling 307-421-7520. Majestic Butterfly Beauty Salon treats your hair like their canvas. Locally owned and family friendly, Majestic Butterfly offers women, men's, and children haircuts, as well as color services and perms. Your hair is their masterpiece. So if you are looking for a new style, great hair doesn't happen by chance, it happens by appointment. Our stylist can schedule an appointment by calling any of the numbers below, or you can call Majestic Butterfly directly at 307-369-2201. Majestic Butterfly. Beautiful hair with beautiful care. Hey, this is Alan and Sean back here live with 1112 BISN for second half action. And Sean, Lady Bison kind of dug themselves a hole, 36-18. They've been doubled up, and their leading scorer right now for the Lady Bison, you got two of them, Martinez and Van Tassel, only held to 4 points.
Well, I don't want to say that this lead is insurmountable, but it's getting to the point now where it might get a little bit harder and harder to actually chop into this lead if they don't get some defensive stops right out of the half.
Now, the good news is they played better. They only scored 5 points in that first quarter, scored 13 points in the second quarter, but they haven't been able to stop Green River, as Green River scored 14 in the first, 22 in the second. I guess right now you're just kind of wanting to make sure you got to take it possession at a time.
And that's the main key, a possession at a time. Each possession you have to get a stop. A possession and a bucket is the only way to get this thing down. The only way to get this lead down is a possession, bucket. A defensive stop and a bucket, defensive stop and a bucket. At least that shift the momentum just a tad bit.
Well, Callista's aunt saying she wishes her niece was a little under control. She's doing good, Elisa, don't worry. And there's another quick basket.
Birch is back at it again.
Boy, she's easily hit her season average.
Yeah.
Jaya Brown now. Long pass to Tovar. They got numbers 3-on-1. There's a dish to Martinez, and she's unable to corral the pass, and that's going to be turned over. Lady Bison turned the ball over. That was such a great pass by Tovar.
And Birch has already got 15 points in this game. So you would think if you're Coach DeBruyne, you want to get your girls to stop her first.
Yep.
And then take off everybody else.
Well, there's a shot that's a little long. No bodies to get down in the rebound. There's a missed shot, and there's going to be a foul. They're going to call it against Green River. 40 picking up the foul. That's Crowder.
It's Crowder with the foul.
Her third. She averages 8 points a game. I think she's going to be coming out to the fourth.
Coach knows that. Coach Ivy knows, or excuse me, Coach Rick Carroll knows right now is the time to get her out of the game, save her for when she's going to be needed later on down the stretch. Right now, you've got to lead.
Okay, you got a 2-on-2. Don't force anything. That's a good move there by Tovar.
Pulling it out, assessing the defense, letting her troops get up court first before she decides to attack.
Well, they just really like one side of the floor, don't they?
Yeah, they do, and that could play detriment to them later on in the game, or even in the season. Just you'll be easy to diagnose and be able to I guess
Oh, that was such a great move by Jaya too. She just, that was a good late defensive rotation that made her force that shot up a little late. Brown's going to get credited with the rebound.
Now, and this is the most important piece that I got to lament here. In these situations, when you get an open look at the basket like that, you've got to seize the opportunity.
Yep, exactly.
You don't get a lot of easy open looks at the basket in any game. So you got to make sure that you're taking advantage. We've got two ladies in the same spot. Get them spaced out a little bit more.
It makes you wonder how much of an emotional toll maybe last night's game may have taken out on the Lady Bison. Winning that game in overtime, how much did they just maybe a little overexcited, living off of the moment from last night's win? And that tends to happen sometimes where teams just feel too good about themselves and then they play a powerhouse like Green River.
Well, you would almost hope that they could play their better basketball in today's game rather than last night's game.
Jaya Brown can't corral that pass, and that's going to be a turnover. And here comes number 15. Is it 15? Yep. 15, Kuntz with the basket. South trailing 40-18 now.
And Megan Counts, that's her first basket of the game, but it's a big one, and it gets her confidence rolling.
Oh, they had a wide open layup. Coach DeBryan called that timeout just too early. But we're going to take a timeout with him here on the Pena Business Services timeout on the Bison. 11-12 BISN, your Bison network.
Weekend warrior, it's frustrating when an injury keeps you from the activities you love. Physical Therapy and Balance Centers has helped thousands of clients recover from sports injuries and reclaim their lifestyles, treating a variety of injuries including sprains, post-surgical, foot and ankle injuries, as well as back and neck injuries. Our therapists will develop a personalized treatment plan to help you heal and hasten your recovery and minimize your risk of re-injury. Call 307-772-0955 to schedule an appointment now. Physical Therapy and Balance Centers, let's get moving again.
We're back out of this Pena Business Services timeout, and Sean and I were just talking about, we were watching the cheerleaders, and I sprained an ankle just watching them, and so they're good for them for being able to do what they do. Being a cheerleader is a hard work.
I do take my hat off to them. I didn't really respect or pay much attention to cheerleaders in the Palm squad back when I was in high school.
Yep.
Now I've gained a new respect for them.
Something's happening.
They work hard.
What's the delay? Oh, yeah. That guy's he can't be in the free throw lane area. Can't be in the free throw lane extended area.
Oh, and that's Michael from the Tribune Eagle. He knows, he's at every event. He knows all this stuff. He's a pro.
Van Tassel, that's a nice move. She should have kept going.
She didn't trust to go to her left hand there. Once she got to the left, she was already in the lane. She's got to finish at that point. But I think she was afraid of getting her shot blocked, so that made sense. But at the end of the day, she still got to take what the defense gives her. And once she spun inside, there was nobody there.
Well, Tovar is going to go to the free throw line where South was 1 for 5 in the first half.
We can change that.
Well, I tell you what, that was an easy-looking free throw there for Tovar. That's her first point of the game.
And she's on, and as you watch her, she's got her mark on the free throw line right now. So it's really good for her to be able to knock down 2 in a row with ease. because she knows where she's at and she knows what she wants.
South cuts into that lead, makes it back down to a 20-point deficit, 40-20. Strauss with the ball. She comes near side to Heiser. Down low, wide open, number 24, Birch. Up and in.
And again, they've done a bad job. The Lady Bisons have done a bad job of fronting the post and having backside help.
Yep.
Because they've actually done a great job fronting the post, but the backside help is non-apparent.
Tovar swings it to Brown. Brown looking for Van Tassel. Van Tassel, she just got to overpower. There you go. Use the glass. She's got 6.
It's Saturday afternoon, but the bank is still open.
Exactly. I think she had to call that. Should we count that basket?
We're counting it.
There's a long 3, missed. Rebound, goes out of bounds. It's going to stay. Green River ball. Van Tassel unable to corral that. South actually has more offensive rebounds than they have defensive rebounds. Unless I'm marking in the wrong category.
Oh, good pass.
That's a good pass. That's great court vision there by Heiser. As number 24, Birch. That's a name we've said a lot tonight. Brown to Van Tassel. Van Tassel goes to her left. She throws it off the glass. Miss. Rebound's going to go off of Green River. She's going to stay at South. But I tell you what, that was a good move by Van Tassel. She develops a little bit of touch in the when she gets down there. She's going to score a lot of points.
Just looking at the troops that are being sent in, this is around the time where I feel as if, you might need to bring Van Tassel off the court for a minute.
Yeah.
Get her a little bit of rest. Then and get some of your other players involved and see if they can spark a little bit of a run.
That's a good point. That's a really good point.
Look at the rebound. Goes out to Birch. I'm almost getting ready to ask at this point, what can't she not do? Another rebound, offensive rebound in a.
Demas able to finally corral that defensive rebound. She gives it up to Harlan. Not the one you probably want bringing up the floor, but she does into the front court. Demas finally goes to get it. She's looking, gets down low. That was in between her legs. Van Tassel with the turnaround miss. She gets her own rebound and gives it off to Tovar.
And the offense has to find another way to get some points other than going through Van Tassel at this point.
Exactly.
They're going to wear her out. And teams are going to be able to key on the fact that as long as you can stop her, then you've pretty much got the Lady Bisons corralled. That was count with the big defensive rebound there.
They're going to give it to South, though, as she fell out of bounds.
Yeah, she couldn't corral it fully and bring it in.
South trailing 44-22. 3:27 left in the third quarter. Van Tassel's going to get hammered. I think it's going to be on 15.
Megan counts.
We'll see who they call it on. I saw it on 15. Yep. Alan Wolf agrees with me. So Van Tassel going to the free throw line for the first time today. She's got 6 points on the afternoon. She just misses the first one. And, sometimes when you miss a lot of shots in a game, it kind of does carry over to the free throw line. When in all actuality, this is where you want to kind of hone in your shot. When you get those free shots, take your time, get your form back down, and it might be able to help turn around some of the shots you missed earlier in the game.
Well, the thing is, man, when we're looking at the confidence of the Lady Bisons right now, it's a little bit shocked. Okay, they're a little bit shocked just on the fact that they're down by 22 points. And so, the basket starts to get a little bit smaller when that ball doesn't go in normally.
South still looks like they're in the 2-3. Oh, no, they're in a man.
It's a man 2-3 zone.
Yep, and number 3 throws up the 3. She misses it. Reagan Moore corrals the rebound.
Gets it to Drea Brown, who's obviously the court general. Brings it right on up.
Moore, she's going to go to the free throw line, though. That was a great feed by McKenna Harlan to get that ball down to her.
My vantage point, Coach DeBruyne, was in my way, so I couldn't necessarily see what was going on.
We got straight lined. I was able to see it right at the last moment because I was straight lined by the official here, and then he moved down. So Harlan going to go to the free throw line for 2. She's 0 for 2 so far. 0 for 3.
And the free throw woes continue for the Lady Bisons. you know, it's hard to depict what's really going on in their heads, you know, right now. But you just have to just feel for them and just hope that maybe the ball will actually start going through the rim.
And, you know, a lot of the misses aren't bad miss free throws. Some just didn't go down. There's one. Reagan Moore picks up her 3rd point.
Take her time and get it right.
So Green River with the lead, 44-23. Green River going to pull it back out in between the circles. That's number 4, Heiser. She gets it. She's going, and she pulls it back. Oh, she finds an open lane. That's a travel. Yep.
She had the right move in mind.
Yep.
Just forgot to put that ball on the floor before she packed her lunch.
So Jaya Brown going to bring it up slowly. 2:25 left in the 3rd quarter. She's a good basketball player,
Absolutely.
Jaya Brown.
She stays poised.
Van Tassel from the short corner misses.
And Van Tassel just has to keep doing exactly what she's doing, but a little bit closer to the basket.
Yeah.
She's starting to fade away from the basket once she gets it on the low block.
You know that's a good point too. She gets those power moves, but she's not moving fully towards the basket a lot.
You got to lean toward the basket.
Yep.
If I tell a kid anything, lean toward the basket.
Harlan on the ball handler. They kick it up to number 3, Macy.
This is a good defensive possession. Don't help her up.
Don't help her up.
Play more defense. Good defense. And she still gets the rebound. Oh. And another rebound.
2 offensive rebounds on that one. See, that's why you don't help players up.
No, you stay aggressive.
Martinez is going to get to the basket. She's going to get fouled and go to the free throw line for the first time today.
And in the sport of competition, okay, nice guys always finish last.
Unfortunately, you're right there. I completely agree. So if you're watching this game, make sure you use that chat feature on your computer. It's on the right-hand side of your screen. On your mobile device, it's at the very bottom part of your screen as Martinez just a little long on the iron. Let us know who you're watching for, where you're watching from, or just give Sean and I a hey. And while you're at it, hit that subscribe button. It's totally free. It just gives us the support we need to be able to bring the services we give to you.
Well, I can tell you now, we've got people in Colorado watching today's broadcast, supporting Bison Network.
Right on. Well, thanks. I appreciate that. Tell them I said thank you if you get a chance.
Drop a comment and tell us you're watching.
There's a travel.
That's more of a thank you than anything. For
there
Big
you
Al.
go. Comments are huge. We love comments here on 1112 BISN.
Yeah, comments to let Big Al know who's watching, pushing the ratings just a tad bit.
There you go. We're going to, while this sub's coming out, I'm going to effort a NFL score. 49ers and Vikings playing in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs.
It's 14-7. It was 17-10 last time I seen.
Ooh, 24-14 for 24-10 now.
24-10.
49ers are for real this year.
Putting up another touchdown.
Under a minute. Van Tassel gives it off to Liggett. Liggett looking down low to Moore and Moore. She gets the ball right there. And she misses.
And that's a great job by Moore. That's a great job.
That is.
She faced up to the rim. She got post play. She got deep post position. And unfortunately, the ball just didn't happen to go in. But she's got to stay aggressive exactly like that, finishing up the rest of this game.
So Martinez picks up her second foul of the game. And this is going to be number 4, Heiser, bringing the ball. And she just put on the move. Gets into the paint, stops.
I call that a little bit of chip dip.
Ooh, did. Yep, you're exactly right. Oh, Martinez streaking. So maybe she should be the receiver rather than the quarterback on that one.
Oh, good pass.
That's a great pass.
Yeah.
High off the glass is Reagan Moore for the basket. Credit the assist.
And that's great court vision by Miss Moore to see the open player at the basket, get it right behind the defender, and it's an easy shot, a high percentage shot, and it goes up and in. Stay aggressive. But then you can't let the lady blow right past you.
I know. You can't give up baseline. Well, you know what? That was a good rotation by Liggett to stop that. There's a short shot by number 4,
and Heiser just stays poised and just drains it. That's her 7th point of the game.
Oh, that's a great move by Van Tassel. She just cannot get the ball to fall for her right now. Those are good. That was a good-looking shot. Just did not go down.
And if you're Van Tassel, you just have to continue to keep working. Again, I keep saying this, and I know people at home are probably like, Sean, stop saying this. But they're working hard. These ladies are working hard. It's just they're not getting the breaks that they need. Good move.
That's a great move.
That's a great move. And then finally, on cue, as I say it, she goes right to the bucket, and all that hard work pays off.
And that's a great way to end the third quarter, but your South Lady Bison still trailing by 20, 48-28. We're going to take a timeout here on the Bison. 11-12, BISN, your Bison Network.
Mountain place to stay the next time you're in Thermopolis, Wyoming. One review from TripAdvisor says, "The Round Top is a great place to stay, not only because it's old-fashioned and quaint, not only because it's very inexpensive, and not only because you truly feel like a guest."
Back here at Cheyenne South High School, I just want to give a quick shout out to some of our sponsors out there, S&J Signs Incorporated, Robert Martinez Agency, Round Top Mountain Motel and Cabins, HomeLight.com, Majestic Butterfly, Missile Drive Auto Body, and Pina Business Services. I'm going to keep them up there for a while. How's that? Show them some love. Plus, you'll see what the subscribe button looks like if you're watching.
Come on, Lady Bisons. Let's finish this game strong.
So the good news is they actually held Green River to only 12 points in that quarter, but South only scored 10.
Well, and the thing is, they've cooled off, and right on cue,
Jay Brown said, "Who cooled off?"
JB didn't cool off, that's for sure. JB decided to take a nice little high percentage jumper at the top of the elbow.
South trailing 48-30. Starting lineup back on the floor for the Lady Bison.
And they've got it under 20, so this is their chance right here to make that run that we were talking about.
I tell you what, this would be a great motivator to do that 2 out of 3 days in a row, make a huge fourth quarter comeback. But you can't let them get the ball down low like that. But hey, we got a rebound.
There it is.
Martinez corrals her fourth rebound. Kicks it off to Van Tassel. If she can corral,
kick it for the three.
There's a shot by Liggett, up and in. Her first basket of the game. South trailing by 16, 48-32 now. Green River with the ball. That's number 0, Strauss. She gets over to number 15. Back to Strauss. Strauss going to reset to number 4, Heiser. I'm back in my radio days when we only used to do radio or podcasting on these.
Oh, that's a travel, though.
That should have been a travel. Missed. Rebound.
Good hustle.
Got to get a rebound, yep.
That's still hustle. More hustle.
And we're going to get a foul. That's going to be on Tovar.
Now, at some point, the offensive rebounds are going to start to mount up, and they have. At this point, Birch is now on her 9th rebound.
They're actually going to call that on Martinez, her 3rd. Dima's going to check in. First free throw's up and good. Birch, she's just been a monster this game.
She's filling up the stats. She legit has a double-double.
Oh, man.
And I'm not saying just like a 10-point, 10 rebound double-double. I'm talking she's almost at 25 points.
Ooh, that's good defense by Martinez. They're going to say a travel, though, and that's going to cause a turnover. I'm going to credit Martinez with the block on that.
And that's a good defensive play by Martinez, just staying alive there and not giving up, even though they gave up the offensive rebound.
South trailing 49-32 on the Majestic Butterfly scoreboard. NFL playoffs going on this weekend. The winners of these games go to the conference championships next week. But Monday night, there's a travel by Van Tassel, and she knew it. Monday night's the night.
Oh, big game.
Big
Clemson
game.
Versus LSU. I'm taking Clemson.
I'll tell you what, that team gets no respect, right?
You've been there 4 out of the last 5 years. You've won 2, beating Alabama, a team that was virtually impossible to beat. I'll take that team.
Ooh, that's an offensive foul.
Yeah.
That's a great charge by Martinez.
You got it, Big Al. Martinez stood there, stood strong. Instead of going for a block, she stood her ground and got the turnover.
She doesn't have to worry about how it feels now. She can worry about that tomorrow. But that's what you got to teach these kids to take these charges. As that's a big, big foul. As number 24, Birch, picked up her 4th.
Oh, wow, and that could be big. Because now that she's sitting on the bench, again, this is the chance that the Lady Bisons have to seize cutting into this lead.
Got to get some shots to fall. Brown looking to get the ball to Van Tassel. Van Tassel has the spot. Just went a little too deep.
Take the 3.
Brown's going to take that 3. Just a little long, and it's going to be rebounded by Van Tassel, though. Man, that's what you like to see, some rebounds right there.
Well, you want to see that ball go in the basket before
That's
anything.
true. You don't want to see rebounds. That's exactly. You don't want the offensive rebounds. You want the basket.
That ball.
It's going to be deflected out of bounds by number 4, Heiser. So stay tuned Tuesday night as your South Lady Bison host the Scottsbluff Bearcats. Not just the South Lady Bison, but the South Bison, period. Steve McDonald will be back for that one, hopefully. He hasn't said. Demas with a wide-open rebound, up and in.
Way to work, ladies. Way to work.
Good defense there. Good help side defense. And there's going to be a long 3.
Strauss, Strauss drains it.
That was money.
Strauss says, hold on a second.
Right now it's 52-34, and it's a Pena Business Services timeout. It's going to be a 30-second timeout. We're just going to take a quick station identification on the Bison. 1112 BISN, your Bison network.
And this is Alan. And you're listening to the Bison on 1112 BISN,
your Bison network.
14, 16, 15.
So we're back here at Cheyenne South High School. So some of you keep hearing me say subscribe. What does it look like? If you look on your screen right now, there's a red subscribe button up there. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Once again, it's free, and it just helps support what we do for everybody here watching, not just for Cheyenne South, but for the visiting teams, for people that are watching family or listening to the great voices of Sean and myself on this incredible broadcast, right?
Hey, absolutely. I'm working on my smooth operator voice.
There
folks.
you go. And there's going to be a rebound by Green River as Van Tassel misses that shot. 52-34 is your score on the Majestic Butterfly scoreboard. You know, another great sponsor of ours, Physical Therapy and Balance Centers. Great place, not just for physical therapy, but they help with, like I said, balance issues, people battling with vertigo. There's a nice little short shot by number 15.
Megan Counts, making it count.
Yes, she is. And that pushes the lead back up to 20, 54-34. Just about halfway through this last quarter. Martinez puts on a move, free throw line, gets it down low to Green River. Unfortunately, turnover south. Strauss brings the ball into the front court, gives it off to number 23. There's a long 3 by Heiser. Heiser misses, but it's going to be rebounded by number 40.
Crowder. Staying active underneath the basket, getting another rebound.
I'd like to see the offensive rebound count by Green River.
That's our 4th rebound of the day.
I think their second and third scoring opportunities are probably higher than what I've seen in a while, unfortunately.
I mean, this is, to be honest, they've got only 9 offensive rebounds.
Oh, wow. But they made them count. They probably got 18 points off those 9. There's going to be a foul on number 0, Strauss.
I mean, I feel like maybe I've seen more offensive rebounds, folks, but per my count, I've only got 9. But it looks more dominant than it really is. Like, the numbers don't really say how dominant they've actually been on the offensive glass.
And maybe it's just it looks like a lot because it comes in bunches.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, they're just coming in bunches. So
Definitely.
Martinez going up for the front end of the 1-and-1, trailing 56-34. Her first free throw is up, and she misses on this missile drive auto body free throw. And there's going to be a foul on Van Tassel on the rebound attempt. I think that's going to be her second. It is. 56 to 34. Stay tuned for doubleheader action as we got the boys right after this. Well, I'd say about 10 minutes. There's another link on here. If you don't know where to find the link, go to YouTube and type in 1112 BISN. We're right there. And Demas, the shortest player on the floor out there, gets the rebound.
And she's a little banged up right now. Looks like she might have hit her head on the hardwood.
Oh, maybe she doesn't get the rebound. They're going to say it's going to stay a Green River ball. Oh, that's a 1-and-1. That's a 1-and-1. That should be a 1-and-1, shouldn't it? Huh? Was it a held ball? Oh, they didn't call the foul. I got a little ahead of myself. I thought there was a foul. We always think there's a foul.
I don't always think there's a foul. I like to lean on they're not a foul. That's not a foul.
So Demas not going to get credited with her 4th rebound, unfortunately, for those of you listening for Drea.
And the Lady Bisons, that's what they were looking for right
there.
Backside help when you front the post. Van Tassel did an excellent job right there, fronting the post and helping with backside defense.
Tovar, I thought she was going to pull that. She's a really good three-point shooter. And
she didn't have to force it into the paint. She should have took the 3.
So there's a turnover south, 56-34, 2:38 left in this quarter.
And again, they used the defense perfect. They front Birch in the post.
And I think Birch is going to get called for her 5th foul.
And that's going to do it for her.
Yep, Birch is going to foul out of this game.
And that's going to do it for her.
56-34 is your score. More importantly, it's going to send us to the free throw line to get some points with the clock stopped.
So it looks like the Lady Bisons made the adjustment late in the game for their defense. Now, that's something that they can build on going forward,
exactly.
Obviously. You know, they're going to see more girls with height that are going to play the post really well, and they just got to do a better job of playing better defense. What a rebound by Van Tassel.
Oh, it's just not going down for her today.
She's had about 7.
Rebound.
That was a great rebound, and that was a great shot. It just did not go down. 56-34. She's 4 for 19 from the field, 4 for 18. And I think out of those 14 misses, maybe 12 of them were good looks, man.
Yeah, oh yeah. And that's something that's going to haunt her tonight when she goes back and she looks at the film.
Yep.
And she sits up and she says, well, how could I have made this shot? She's going to make some adjustments, and I got a good feeling Coach DeBruyne's going to make her make those adjustments.
So Van Tassel's going to – I think she's probably going to be done for the game. You're trailing by 22. You don't want to see any of your star players get hurt.
Right. Use her in the moments that she's needed. Right now, the game's at hand for the most part. Just see if you can get some of your sets and work on some of your offensive plays.
Exactly. And right now, the only starters out there is Tovar and Liggett, and there's going to be a held ball. It's going to be south ball, and number 33 checking in. I have a feeling that is Anderson, who averages 0.4 points a game. 56-34 is your score on the Majestic Butterfly scoreboard. They get the ball down low to Moore and Moore.
Moore doesn't know what to do with it right there in that moment.
She got caught really deep out. She got really caught out far from the basket. And there's going to be a shot by Harlan. That's going to go
that
out
was
of bounds.
Number 33.
Oh, was it number 33 who hit that?
Number 33 took the shot. Faith Ryder steps right into the game, doesn't waste any time. She had an open shot. Why not?
And this is her second varsity game of the year. 1:26 left in this ball game. Boys action right after this. Number 3 being guarded by Harlan. Good defense by Harlan, moving her feet.
Yeah, definitely. She didn't swipe at the ball.
Yep.
She moved her feet, and that's exactly what Coach wants her to do. Move your feet and stay in front of the ball.
One minute left. Well, 1:02. Okay, I jumped the gun. Now 1 minute. Number 0 throws up the ball. That is Strauss.
And that's her 8th point of the game. Oh, I'm sorry, that's her 11th point of the game. She's in double figures.
So it looks like the 4 scorers for Green Rivers probably hit their averages or more. Well, obviously one did, Birch. And that's exactly where Reagan Moore wants the ball. She just could not get the ball to fall. The lid is closed.
I say there's a lid on the rim right now, and it's not their fault. They're taking good shots. It's just not going down.
And it's
actually going down, but it's coming back up.
Coming back up, exactly.
Never seen that happen, except for on the 6th man.
So 15 seconds, and I think Green River is going to hold, not even take a shot. Nope, going to be knocked out of bounds by South. That's going to be Faith knocking it out of bounds, so she's going to get credit with the deflection. So Strauss is going to inbound for the Lady Wolves. Number 33 once again in the stat sheet. Angelina Liggett gives it off to Ryder, who's not going to get a shot off, and that's going to be it for the game here. South going to fall 58-34 to the number 4 ranked Green River Lady Wolves. We're going to call it a game and come back in our second link here in about 11 minutes on the Bison. For Sean Boyd, I'm Alan. You're listening to the Bison on 1112 BISN, your Bison Network.